Okay.
Okay, guys, it says I'm live. Oh my gosh. Hello, hello, hello. Hello to whoever is watching. Let me go live on Instagram. Let's see if this is going through. Listen, I'm using a newer software. I've used it before, but it's been a couple of years. And so I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. I'm going to look on my phone to see if I'm actually showing up here. It says I'm live.
Awesome.
Okay. Wait, am I live, y'all? Live, live. Yep, I'm live, y'all. Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure. It looks like somebody has joined me on Instagram. Hey, girl. Hey. So, listen, guys, I have a special treat tonight. We're doing closing days and getaways. And I cannot wait to let you guys in on some secrets about how me and one of my girls, one of my colleagues, are making a splash in the travel industry. And we're supplementing our real estate industry and our other traditional businesses income with the travel business. But before I get started, y'all, I need to announce some winners. Okay. Yesterday, I did a community post to vote yesterday. So I made a post for people to share their voting sticker pictures on my post. That's all they had to do. And I'm giving away 5 um, travel vouchers to Mexico. I think it's going to be I'll give you your choice between Cancun and Cabo. Okay. This travel voucher, I think it's like 4 days, 3 nights. And all you have to pay is for your taxes and a couple of fees. So it is an excellent, excellent, excellent gift from me to you. So without further ado, I'm going to make the announcements. I don't know if they're watching, but my first person that we picked randomly, I had the twins do it. Okay. So the first person is Shanae. Shanae, I did not put y'all's last name on here. Shanae, I know who you are. Shanae, you won, girl. So I will be DMing you your information so I can send you your travel voucher. The second winner is drum roll, Nia Hilton.
Nia,
Yes, Nia.
congratulations.
Congratulations. I cannot wait for you to take advantage of this, girl. You've been through a lot. You deserve a trip, mama. So you won, Nia. Number 3, Tasha Rashawn. Congratulations, girl. You won. You guys have a travel voucher to your choice of Cabo or Cancun. And fourth is Erica Rosier. And I don't know, Erica, if we're related on my husband's side or what, but congratulations. You won, girl. You won. You won. I will be tagging y'all to this post so you guys can take a look at it. And then finally, number 5, the last one, drum roll. Number 5, we have, who is that? Monique. Monique, my girl Monique won. I gotta look on the page to get your new last name. You've been married a year, child. I'm having a brain fart on your last name, but Monique, I know it's you. You won. Congratulations. So I will be reaching out to you guys to give you the information for your trip vouchers. If you did not win, just make sure you keep following me. Okay, I'm going to be doing some other giveaways, so don't worry. I am in the business of travel, so I can do that. I can give y'all trips. Okay, I can do that, and we're gonna tell you how you can do it too. So listen, the young lady that I'm about to introduce y'all to is a colleague of mine, not only in the real estate space, but also the travel space. One thing that I love about our travel community is that it's networking, right? And so you meet so many amazing people and just from all walks of life. And so she and I just clicked day one And so I'm so excited to be going live with her tonight so that we can spill the tea about this travel space and how it is the perfect supplement to your real estate or your other traditional business or your job. Quiet is kept, okay? So Mika relates on Instagram. Mika Mitchell. Mika is a native of Kansas City, Missouri. She resides in Union City, Georgia. She's a mom of two, 27 and 16, and she has a background in dentistry for over 20 years. And she's also the broker owner of Relatable Realty & Co. And so her travel business, going places, traveling. And so she has a slogan, real estate and travel tied the knot. I wish I had thought of it, but she got to it before me. But no worries, I love it. Real estate and travel tied the knot. She and her daughter are members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And so she loves to have fun. She loves changing lives with opportunities, creating legacies and memories, including, with real estate and in travel. On the travel side, she has, in a short time, done so much. She is currently a director in training, and we're going to tell you what directorship means in the business. She has helped over 80 people start their travel business. She's a gold builder, a Fireball recipient, and a 2020 Club member, y'all. I want to introduce y'all to my girl, Mika Mitchell. You're muted. Are you muted? You're muted. Okay,
Sorry about that. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here with my girl, Courtney. Yes, real estate and travel tied the knot. And we actually were able to come into this amazing opportunity and supplement our income. Believe it or not, we did not know each other like that when we first got into this travel business. We knew each other on social media. We were just social media friends. And we ended up seeing each other at a meeting one day, and I went up and introduced myself to her because, most of the time, real estate professionals don't know each other but through social media and Instagram, okay? So Courtney Rozier, and you all know she is actually a fireball about this business, just like me. Like, we're just kindred spirits, right? Excited to share this with you tonight. But she said nothing about herself. So let me tell you about Courtney Rozier. Courtney actually is a mom and a wife. She's a mom of twins. That's amazing. Congratulations to you. That's a blessing. She resides in Atlanta, Georgia. She's from Chicago. We both are from the Midwest. I'm from Kansas City. She's from Chicago. And she is a serial entrepreneur in the real estate industry. So it only made sense for her to come into this opportunity and provide a concierge service to her real estate clients. So she also loves having fun. Don't we all? That's why we like to actually get together like this, because we like having fun. And we love helping people, and she loves to travel. So it only makes sense for her to combine all three of those, right? And so she is a 2020 Club member, meaning she has helped over 20 families starting their travel business. We both are 2020 Club members, and we'll tell you more about that as well. And she has recently become a Fireball recipient at our convention this past summer in Orlando. Congratulations, Courtney. She actually is fast tracking her way to director in training, okay? And which means she will then have a legacy business, which is really important. She will be able to basically leave her family in great hands with the legacy business that she can be willed to her heirs. And so that's why we do what we do as it relates to this business, because you know what? We are preparing a legacy for our children after we've gone to glory, and they will still be taken care of for the rest of their life.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm telling you guys are in for a treat, but we're not going to keep you super long. We want to be good stewards of your time. So we're going to be conversational, but I am just going to kind of kick it off with some conversation starters. So now that you know a little bit about us, you guys also let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat if you're catching the replay or if you're on live. And if you're on live, let us know where you're checking in from and what you do currently. Okay.
Yeah.
So Mika, first of all, how long has it been since you got into the travel business?
I started January the 10th this year, 2024. I came into this opportunity because the real estate industry was slow for me. And I was basically in the midst of waiting for a commission check, right? And one of the people that brought me into this opportunity, which is one of our 5 stars in the business, Nina Vital, was in the real estate, has a real estate background as well. And she basically said she's making $33,000 a month residual income, and she just refers her real estate clients out. And I was like, wow, I looked over my life in the last 6 years that she's been growing her business, and I've been only focused on one stream of income, which was real estate. And I said, had I been building something else, residual, leveraged income in the last 6 years, I wouldn't be just waiting on this commission check that's taking its time to get to me. And that was why I was attracted to this opportunity. And I was like, I want to hear more, and I
Absolutely.
mean, I've been so excited ever since. How'd you get started, Courtney?
So similar. So the funny thing is, I started last summer, August of 2023. And well, actually, I signed up in June. I got serious in August. So previous to that, though, funny story, our number one, she floats between number one, number two income earner in the company, Natalie Graham. She actually introduced me to this business in 2016, 8 years ago. She just celebrated 9 years
Wow.
of business. And yeah, so we went to lunch, we went to like a juicy crab type place, and she told me about the business. And guess what I told her? No, ma'am, I'm good. I'm good on my one little stream. I had just gotten my real estate license. And I, just like a lot of people we talk to, they're like,
Yes.
I want to just focus on this. I know I'm not going to be able to learn everything. And that just sounds like, you know, it doesn't sound like something that I am ready to do because I'm doing something else. I'm doing one other thing and I'm making income in one other way. And that was me. But the funny thing is, at that time, I'm sure I still had an employee mindset because
Hmm.
I was a brand new licensed real estate agent. So, I didn't know about multiple streams of income and leveraging. And, I'm still of the mindset that work hard, and you'll get the money. And
The
so anyway,
hustle. The
I didn't see
hustle.
the vision at that time. But what I did was I watched her because we know each other. We're cool in real life. And so I watched her, and 2020 came, the pandemic, and she had invited a bunch of people to her birthday. She was gonna have her birthday celebration, I think in Colombia. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to that. So we had everything set. Her birthday was in March of that year. March 13th, they shut everything down. We had to cancel everything. But what I noticed is that even in the travel industry, she became a millionaire in 2020.
Yes,
It
they said that
didn't
COVID
slow
was the
down.
best year for the company.
When you think about travel, that let me know right there, travel is here to stay. Travel is not going anywhere. I was traveling. I went to by December, by November, I was already in the DR. So
Right.
COVID was not keeping, my mama was like, baby, I gotta travel. My mother is like, she's not one to stay home. And she was just like, I can't do it. If I get sick, and I was like, Mama, please. But that's just the point, that people are going to travel, whether they got money or not, whether it's a global pandemic, they gonna travel, right? So fast forward, I watched her. And so last summer, I still wasn't, I noticed it, but I noticed her act like, oh, good for her. That's something for her. But last summer, with the real estate market, real estate is a very cyclical business. We all know that. We were told that I don't know how long you've been licensed. How long you been licensed?
Since 2018.
Okay. So we've been told that, forever. I got licensed in 2015, and, we've always been told that it's cyclical. In 2015, people were still talking about what they had to do during 2009.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a nice little long run. Okay. 2015,
Yes.
when you came in, it was just simple to get clients. It's simple to close. Like, if you got a client, you knew you were going to find them a house. You knew you were going to go under contract. You knew
An
you were going to
affordable house at that.
affordable. Starting at the end of 2022, all that changed. So then you have last summer, 2023, I'm thinking like, okay, I have created other streams of income for myself besides selling real estate. However, I need something else too, because the real estate is not real estating. And then you add on, you have NAR lawsuits, and you got people all in your business about whether they want to pay you or not if you're representing the buyer, and the consumers know about it. And it was just a lot going on last summer, and I was just way more open-minded. And so I ended up signing up in June, and I still sat on it because I'm like, don't nobody know me for travel. I mean, but they do because I travel a lot. But in my mind, as a business, I'm like, okay, I need to roll this out. I got to do X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. Did nothing. And then August, I got invited. Natalie had something at the Four Seasons, had the whole penthouse, and there were a lot of our colleagues there from our networking group. And what I just remember, just kind of how we are right now.
Yeah.
I did not know them, but everyone was so happy. Everyone was so accommodating to me. They were like, well, when did you sign up? And I told them, they're like, okay. And I'm like, well, I haven't done anything because, I'm really in real estate, so I need to roll it out. And they're like, girl, this is a duplicatable business. Here's what you do. And they were not gatekeeping. And it was just the community was something I never knew that I needed. And so
they gave you the blueprint.
That is how I ended up in a business. Once I went to that event, the next day I launched my business, and the rest is history.
Yes, you said some powerful things. Sometimes people think this is another job. And we want to make sure that they know this is not another job. This is an opportunity for you to basically, work in pockets and still keep your job. This isn't quit your job day. This is supplementing your income and continue to grow a legacy for you and your family. And you said a key word, which is launch. A few of my business partners are basically going to be launching their business this month. Okay. I want to say I have like 4 to 5 launch parties scheduled with my team, and just see them grow, because we are directors in trainings. And if you're not a director in training until you can create another director in training, And so being able to have the coaching and the blueprint has been very phenomenal, because you don't have to do anything. It's a turnkey business. It's actually already provided for you, and it actually is very affordable too. $2 a day. We can't do that in real estate. Not $60 a month. And real estate and travel tie the knot. And so I like to always relate everything with this business. Reminds me of real estate. How you pay a broker a fee every month. We're paying, of course, $60 a month to run a $8 trillion industry, a business that allows you to capitalize not just on one closing check for commission, but we get commissions on travel, sports, and entertainment, concert tickets, So that was very exciting for me, because once you know how to sell real estate, you can sell anything.
That part. And you know what? When you say that, sales, so many people get so scared about sales, including me. I'm sure that was probably my deterrent in 2016. But like I said, I had an employee mindset, and my employee mindset was one that always said, I remember saying this, I'm not a salesperson. Don't try to get me to sell anything. But if you're trying to be an entrepreneur, baby, you got to sell something. You're going to be selling your personal brand. You're going to be selling a product. You're going to be selling a service. And I don't care how well you do something. That doesn't matter. What matters is how popular you are and how well you can convey your unique proposition. So that's selling, right? And so we get so afraid when somebody is like, oh, you got to say, I don't even say sales to people because I'm scared they're going to be, I want to explain to them what it truly is. And sales does not have to be salesy. It doesn't have to be shady or slimy.
Sales my whole life, and I can sell ice to an Eskimo, and so I don't want people to think they have to be me to do this business. They can be their own.
I'm not like that. So that's true.
I want people to know they can be their own best customer, because everybody that you know, love, and trust is what they're traveling already. They're just not taking advantage of being a travel business owner. And I like to differentiate the difference between being a travel agent and a travel business owner in this opportunity. In this opportunity, we actually are able to provide you with your own travel credentials. And every travel experience has a commission built into it. Every NFL, NBA, any sports ticket has a commission built into it. Any concert has a commission built into it, and all we're doing is circumventing the commissions on something you're going to do anyway. And so, even if you don't want to sell anything, it's very lucrative for you to be your own best customer
That's
and
what I
have your
got
own
into.
credentials. Yeah,
Yeah. Literally, when I got started in August, I went to Mexico and I went to Tulum in September. I went
hmm
to another part, not Can I flew into Cancun, but another part between Tulum and Cancun in
right.
October.
hmm
I took my whole family on a cruise for Christmas. Went to Dallas, went to Vegas. I did all of this between August and December. And guess who got commissions for all of it? Me. So
You, yeah.
I was gonna do those things anyway. Not to mention
Anyway,
excursions and things like that. We're going to get a commission for those anyway. And guess what else? I didn't know much about how to do it. I just booked it like I would book on my favorite consumer sites. Only now I'm a merchant.
oh my
So
God, how powerful is
it's,
that to be a merchant versus a consumer? You
it's
know,
everything.
there's only two people that don't travel, and those are people that don't have the time and don't have the money. And for me, I was really struggling with both. And I wanted to provide an opportunity where I could actually just be on vacation and have as much money as I wanted. So I came into this opportunity and wanted to actually sell the product as well as be my own best customer. And those vouchers you just gave away, Courtney, I have travel vouchers I have not used yet, but I have a deadline. You know, they do expire,
Yes,
and
they
so
do.
I have an opportunity where I can use like our Punta Cana. You said Punta Cana, where I can travel free, 2 nights free in Punta Cana, choose from 32 resorts. That's about a $600 value, and still get my own commissions on that opportunity to just go explore and enjoy a resort. But I will be taking advantage of my travel vouchers. That's an advantage of being a travel business owner.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's just one.
This is
I would
one.
Yeah, I would say that my favorite, and you can chime in on yours, but my favorite advantage. So you mentioned a couple of things. One thing I want to go back to the fact that we have a turnkey business.
Yeah.
Um, I could not take on another role because I mean I've been so here's the thing when you're working for someone else, all you can dream about is working for yourself, but still working for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Being self-employed, that ain't where it's at, y'all. I mean, it's okay. I'm not saying, but I'm saying once you get that, you're gonna realize, oh, this is still a job. You're still trading time for money. I love real estate, but with real estate, we help one person. We get to the closing table. We get paid for that one transaction, and we're twiddling, trying to make it running, trying to make it
Unemployed again. You
over
unemployed
and over
again.
again. You know, and so what I wanted to say is that this is not a job. This is already. I talk a lot about systems. They already
Mm.
have a blueprint and a system set up. And so for me now, 8 years ago, when this was first brought to me, I would not have been ready for it. I'm sure I would have came in trying to make it my own and recreate the wheel. I had that really bad, y'all, recreating the wheel. Like, oh, I don't want their name. I want my name. I don't give a damn about other people's names, even in real estate. I
Yeah.
don't care if I'm on a team. Who's gonna help me get the clients and get what I need out of something, not the
Yes.
value metrics of anything, right? Um,
Yes.
so with this, when I was reintroduced to it years later, after I had been an entrepreneur all those years, now I'm like, okay, this is great because the blueprint is already set. You mean all you
Yes.
got to do is plug me in, plug and play, plug and pay, plug me in and pay me. And that's what this opportunity provides for me. Like I appreciate it so much more now than I feel like I
Yes.
would have been. I wouldn't have known what I needed Because now I'm like, this is great. I don't see how anybody can't see how great this is if all you have to do is follow a blueprint and you're not really having to figure anything out. We figured everything out on our own in real estate. I'm telling you, like, even if you had a mentor, you had to pay thousands of dollars for a mentor.
Mentors and coaching, we get free mentor, free coaching, you know, and they always want to see you win. And we're not just getting average coaching, we're getting coached by millionaires. Like you said, Natalie Graham, Orlando Moore, Latoya Mayberry McCombs. These people have tons of agents in the organization. Orlando Moore has a team of 46,000 agents. He's actually making $100,000 a month. That's so inspiring for me. And I get excited just to go to the meetings on Tuesdays because that's when we have our training. And that's when we tune in and we lean in. I came in January 10th, I came into this opportunity. I actually made my first commission check in February. So the next month I had already received a return on investment, but I'm one of those girls that's like an immediate implementer. And I was very tenacious to basically get me some money because I had a house that was under contract for 54 days. And that means that I was like waiting for that commission check. And and I'm gonna keep it real. Real estate had gotten to the point where, you know, I had a real estate firm. I had 9 agents in my firm at one time. I released my agents because my overhead was really challenging. And I was going through family life transitions, you know, with the divorce and just life was lifing. But I needed some extra income. And when they said that this could supplement my income and I started getting checks, I was like, oh, this is attractive. And people are obsessed with things that are attractive and easy. So once you start making money, you start being like, I'm going to tell everybody about this. It only makes sense. But you're going to have those people that are just not going to get it. And that's because they're not leaning in, they're not tuning in. So Courtney, share with everybody how important it is to show up, just like how you would show up for your travel trainings, how they show up for their real estate trainings. Again, we're relating everything to be the same thing. If you don't show up to training, you don't learn what you need to learn to grow and get to the bag. That's in real estate, that's in travel. If you don't actually put in the work on some level, you won't reap any benefits. And so I believe that me and you are reaping benefits because we show up every Tuesday. You know, we're leading by example. And we have leaders that are doing the same. And we're doing nothing but being the biggest copycats in the world.
Copying the right cats. And that's accurate. So when I first started, you know, my coach was like, you know, really strongly suggesting that I attend the meetings. And I was like, okay, you know, when I get to it, you know, I wasn't really making it a big deal. But when I started to go, the first time I went, I was hooked because, like you said, we have the opportunity to be poured into by people that are part of the organization that are winning. And these are so like everybody is not going to do what it takes to become a millionaire. Some days I don't know if I want to be a millionaire or not. I'll be cool with $250,000. Okay. You know, but we have various levels. We have the million. We have, so the company we just celebrated 9 years and we already have 4 millionaires in birth from this company.
Yes.
4
and room for more millionaires, you know.
Right. And so the founder and CEO, Mr. Bradley, says all the time that he had a vision when he started this company that God told him to create 100 millionaires. So we got 96 more left. One is about to be one around the corner. You know who I want to say. What's my girl? JP Watkins Mukes. She's gonna be the next millionaire
in Houston, Texas.
Yes. And so to see that in real time, and again, one of the millionaires I saw in real time, I know if I didn't know her personally, I ain't been to her house, been in her cars, I might have been like, okay, y'all faking, or, you know, she ain't got all that money.
Yeah.
She did, I promise. And so it's how electrifying it is to be in a room. So do y'all remember the meme or it was a Facebook social media post going around? Would you have dinner with Jay-Z or $500,000, or it was something like that? And a lot of people said that they would have dinner with Jay-Z. There is value in being in the room.
At the table.
Being at having a seat at the table, you know, assuming that that person is like, we don't know if Jay is helpful or not. Like, I love Jay, but we don't know. But assuming he is, what if he's the type that reaches back and sends the elevator back down? That's what what the community does in this company for me. And I am not a community girl, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't be wanting to leave my house. Y'all know I'm the work from anywhere queen, meaning work from home. I want to be I'll be right in this office. And I don't really like to get dressed every day. Like, I done got spoiled being work from home. However, going to the Tuesday, I don't even call it a meeting. I look forward to going because it's an electric,
It's an event.
It's an event. And 99% of being an entrepreneur is personal development and mindset. Mm-hmm. And that's what you get when you're in the room. That's what you get when they're suggesting certain books for you to read. Yes. And it's not just for network marketing. Like, people, you know, I love how I can relate it to everything I do in all of my businesses. Like, these are books that I wish I had a mentor telling me to read years ago.
Right.
Besides The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Like, that book is just about how to make it in real estate. But none of that matters because I've read the book a million times. I'm not $1 million real estate agent. So none of that matters unless you add the other things. You need to have those high-level conversations with people who are, you know, who maybe you aspire to be on certain levels, like financially. They may be where you aspire to be. And if they're willing to tell you the things that they did to get there in a vehicle that you already have access to, I'm all ears, right? So that's showing up for yourself and showing up for your business. We're in over 22 countries. We're all over the United States. So we're not just in Atlanta. I have business partners in Phoenix. I have business partners in Chicago, Atlanta, of course, Mississippi. Like, we have business partners.
Me too. I have business partners
like, wherever we know people.
Detroit, Baton Rouge, Detroit, Houston, Alabama. But I want to say, you brought up Mr. Bradley. Mr. Bradley wanted to create this opportunity where average people like you and I, average Joe Blow people, could actually make a substantial amount of income and basically take care of their families. And, you know, so you don't have to have a lot of education. You don't have to have degrees. You don't have to go back to school. Literally, when you make your $200 investment in this opportunity, you get your travel credentials and you're automatically an independent travel advisor where you can sell travel businesses. I think that the platform is so amazing because he was very strategic in what he did. And I just admire him for being able to create something, not just for everyday Joe Blow people, but for our families, that legacy part after we have gone to glory. Because as an entrepreneur in real estate, you know, I hadn't really had my retirement set up for me. I did, but it was like I had to keep pitching on it if I didn't have a closing. And I was sometimes robbing Peter to pay Paul, and I was moving stuff around, and I got tired. So I got tired of moving stuff around. I got tired of commission advances. I was like, man, and when you start living a certain lifestyle and a certain amount of money, it's time out for downsizing. I can't downsize. The only thing I can do is go up. And so at this level of my life, as I'm approaching, 50 in a few years, I have some personal goals, and everybody should have some personal goals. And this business opportunity allowed me to align with my financial freedom as relates to, let's keep it real, our IRS taxes. Because when you get those commission checks and you haven't paid no taxes on it, that's another thing too as an entrepreneur. So this opportunity allows you to have two 1099s at the end of the year. They're not. So you get two 1099s at the end of the year. So I really want people to know the advantages of leaning in, connecting with Courtney and I, so that you can actually decide about your future, your legacy, your family in something that is actually an $8 trillion industry projected to be a $15 trillion industry in the next 10 years. We're right in the right place, going the right direction with the right people.
At the right time. We absolutely are.
It's our time.
I love everything about what we're doing. I love everything about the community. Like I said, I am an introvert. I do not sell water to a well, me
It
personally, but
actually sells
being,
itself. It sells itself,
it does,
Courtney.
it does.
I
That's what
think
I'm
that
saying. Like, I
it's
don't,
if we could if you don't mind me saying this to our business partners, you brought up something about showing up to the events on our weekly meetings here in Atlanta. We're on Tuesdays, but in Houston, for example, they're on Thursdays. Every day of the week we're in a different city. We're in 23 countries, as Courtney was saying. Lean in. If you're in this business and you're partnered with Courtney and I, go to your weekly meetings. Go lean in. If you've never been to a meeting, get on an inspirational morning vitamin call. Find out what books we're reading. Motivate yourself, because that is really what keeps us going. This excitement that you see with Courtney and I, it's because we actually are leaning in. We've tuned in and we're being filled with actually the opportunity of inspirational morning vitamin weekly and daily.
okay. I just put up a link because I hope y'all can copy and paste that from the screen. If not, I'm going to put it in the comments. But that link is to be put on our, I guess, for lack of a better word, newsletter list, because like I said, I want to invite you guys to read some of the books that we're reading. We have a book club, I like to call it, but it's really an inspirational morning vitamin. It gets us started in the day. The book that we're reading right now is called Power of Focus. This is my second time reading it, and it helps in every facet of my life, not just with network marketing. So I want y'all to definitely
I'm trying to
email
copy
in
the
there.
link.
Is it not? It
Copy.
probably won't. I'll probably put it in the comments.
Oh, you put it in. Okay. Like,
It's on top of
what's
the thing.
going on with my,
But yeah, so we do that.
what is
I
this?
personally have events.
I didn't click something.
I personally have
Okay.
events that I invite people to. So last month we did a Halloween event at Piedmont Park here in Atlanta. We're doing a Friendsgiving event. So y'all just be on the lookout for those things, because I really want you to see the culture. Like y'all gotta just come. It's like
See it and feel it. See it and
see
feel
it
it.
and feel it. Like, I am such a girl's girl. Like, I love putting my girls on, and really, instead of sales, look at it as that. If you've ever referred somebody to I need to get my hair colored, but if like your favorite hairstylist, your loctician, your favorite store
Mm-hmm.
got sale. I'm like that. Like, I feel like I'm Oprah with her favorite things. If it's something that I like, oh, y'all gonna know about it. Like, I'm telling everybody about it. And that's the same excitement that I feel for this business. And so
You
I
can't
don't
keep it to yourself.
Right. I don't consider it selling. I consider it, I need to put you need to hear this. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. But I would be wrong if I didn't just let you introduce it to you and let you take a look at it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And listen, you don't have to go into witness protection if it's not for you, but I think enough of the people that I
Witness
know.
protection and ignoring you and dodging your calls.
Ignoring
I'm trying to
what?
call you to be a millionaire, girl. I'm
I'm
trying to get
not.
you
Like,
some money in your
I don't
pocket.
care for real. Like, I'm not. So the thing about it is, and just this is a myth that we hear a lot, is that this is something that we're gonna. They're like, well, I gotta try to get people to come. No, this isn't a get anybody to join you. It's literally introducing you to a vehicle and a gold mine. And if you don't want to do it, it's all good. But it is literally just, like I said, referring your favorite thing to people, which is travel for a lot of people. I'm passionate about travel, so it's easy to share. It sells itself. If you're already traveling, why not travel as a merchant and not a consumer? It's just as simple as
Yeah.
that.
And it's the same thing again in real estate. I'm always going to connect the two, because when you become a real estate professional, they're going to be always attracting agents, new real estate agents. They're going to be wanting to recruit new real estate agents. That's the same thing. It actually is no different. And so if you look at it, if you want to continue to send agents over to a real estate brokerage, you know, You could be doing the same thing to send them over here on a travel business. It's the same thing.
Referral
It's not
business.
different. It's a referral business.
That's
And at
it.
least over here, you get paid weekly for that referral.
Yeah, because we didn't. Let's get into that real quick because we did not talk about
Weekly check.
this is really why we excited. I know I love the community. Yes, I do. But
Talk about
I
the check.
write my own check weekly, right? So we have the weekly income. So anytime we refer the business, we get a weekly payment every Thursday. So once we bring somebody on, we show that person, hey, invite somebody to the meeting, or let me help you launch your business. At that launch, we're going to talk to your network of people, give them the information
on your
behalf. Now you've added 3 new people to your business and you made $150 that week. And guess what we made? We made
50% match.
The company gave us a 50% match just for helping you. You got your full amount, and the company matches us. Didn't take it out of your money. So it's nobody at the top making all the money while you trying to grasp for straws. It's not that. You get your full amount. The company is so thankful that we introduced you to the opportunity that they're going to match us. Then
that's just like a split at a real estate brokerage.
It is. And so for us, that's 2 streams of income that we got that week. Now, don't let somebody, because we're goal builders, so that means there is a minimal entry. So that means only 9 people. You've only introduced the business to 9 people. I done already helped you get 3. Okay, so 9 people. So because of that, on the 1st and 15th, because we are travel business owners, so we are using our product. We encourage you to use it. So anybody that booked travel on our team, they're going to get their full commission. And the company
70-80% commission.
70 to 80% commission. The company is going to give us a 10% match. We ain't taking none of your money. The company is giving us a match of 10%. I love my business partners that love to book travel. I got one child this summer. She was in Bali. I didn't know when she booked it, nothing. I just saw the pictures on Instagram. Next thing I know, I'm getting a check for 10%
override checks. Yeah. And that's one thing about it is that when you get those checks, your 10% override checks, you get those on the 1st of the month. And remember, you're getting checks from Planet Marketing, one business, and you're getting checks from IntelliTravel, your second business. And again, we're talking about $60 a month, $2 a day that you would probably spend on Starbucks to basically get compensated on that level, and once people come in and they understand it and they understand how to book as a merchant, it's a mindset shift. Everybody's so used to booking as a consumer that when you come in here, you're going to have travel credentials that are connected to your commission check. So me and Courtney, we both have 2 identifiers. I have my P number. She has her P number. That's how our commissions are connected to us individually. And you will be surprised if you have a team that large, people are going to be just booking travel. You don't even know who they are.
And I only told y'all 3. So that's half of the streams of income. So that's only 3 income streams that I've told you about. Okay.
Yeah.
The 4th one, which is my favorite, is the residual. Okay. I told y'all I want to trade. I'm tired of trading my time for money. So when I learned about this, it was game over for me. So
and we gonna get those checks this weekend.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm like squealing with delight.
So you get paid on Thursday. This week we'll get paid on Thursday for our weekly check, and then the 10th will be like on what? Saturday. 10th. You gonna get another check.
And even if it's on the weekend, we still get it.
Yep.
We get it on Sunday. So this weekend, the 10th of every month, we get our residual income. So you unlock your matrix, another minimal barrier of entry. 2 people in your organization opens your matrix. So that means that every month. So let me back up a little bit. I want to real quick.
You get excited, don't you? You get excited. Right.
Fees versus overhead. Okay, fees versus overhead. It annoys me when people be like, "I shouldn't have to pay for a business." What planet do you live on that you don't have an initial investment and overhead. None. Even all of my online businesses, my overhead is more than this $60 a month. But I digress.
With 3 websites. Really, you got 3 websites.
Right. One of my websites is like $39. So that's in my other businesses. So my point is, we're getting all of this for 2 businesses for $60 a month. One of the travel is $39.95. So the company gives us a 10% match from everybody's overhead in our organization. So we told them you had over 80, I have over 40 something in my organization. Okay, I know y'all looking at 40. Y'all like, I know y'all ain't got me on this live for no $4. But listen, do not despise the small beginnings. We told you, Coach Natalie, Coach Orlando Moore, they have between 25,000 and 45,000 agents on their entire team. They make over $100,000 a month. A lot of that is coming from their residual income, because we're getting $4 from not from the company is matching us for every person. So it doesn't matter that I brought them on. Anybody in my entire organization that anybody has brought on, all the way down the levels, the company is going to give me a match. So for me, I look at that money right now, because I mean, we're still pretty new. We're still, figuring things out, but we're not doing bad. Like this company, we talked about,
we're not doing bad at all.
When I get that check that's like, okay, we transferring this to your bank account, I'm happy with that, because I only did something one time and I'm constantly getting paid for it. That's the part that I'm impressed by. I
remember when I got my first $4 check, and somebody in our business, won't call any names, she said that somebody told her one day, nobody's going to want to have a $4 conversation with you. But guess what? Her checks are 4,000 plus. I want to say 4,000 times $4 is $16,000. That's just one check that she gets a month. I was like, I can have these $4 conversations with anybody, because if you keep looking at it, for 6 years you've been growing and you get these $4 checks. I remember, like I said, when my $4 checks were just $4, and then they turned to $500 a month, and I was like, wow, you know what I could do with $500 a month? Yeah. I could pay this light bill, I could pay this, and I started seeing how my income was being supplemented in between my closings, in between my real estate closings, and I was able to do that. And then I ended up, taking another opportunity because of the way that I have to plan my future for my retirement. I did have to go back, and Courtney, I work at State Farm as a real estate catastrophe claims specialist. And I think that, again, everything I'm doing is connected to real estate. And now with this opportunity in travel, a lot of people don't realize you can provide it as a concierge service to your relocation clients. So you see all these travel professionals, all these real estate professionals, they're traveling, they're getting on planes, they're taking pictures, they taking planes, they taking, pictures on beaches. But are they really making money or spending money? Because when you start talking to them about, you need to capitalize on what you're doing anyway, they so afraid that we want them to sell something, they miss out on taking advantage of their own commission check. And we okay with that, because you're going to hear about this business opportunity. There's over 120,000 agents in this company, and I'm telling you, it can't be not working for one person, or it doesn't make sense with 120,000 people and it's making millionaires. It's got to be something that's working.
That's right.
It's definitely working. And the people that say it don't work, I just say, okay, no problem, because I know 120,000 people that know it's working.
Mm-hmm. And that's anything. I know if it didn't work, it's because I didn't work it.
That part.
Last month I feel like I took a little break last month. I wasn't doing the same things, and I was able to tell that. And I'm accountable enough to admit that. But as long as you don't quit, you can rest, but don't quit. That's what if you decide to go the entrepreneur route, you're gonna get burned out. You're gonna get tired. But you have to remember your why, and you need to, not quit. But let me so we talked about the income streams, residual. We talked about the leveraged income, my 2 favorites. Now, when you become A director. So we both, you're a director in training. I am getting there. I'm about 8 away from director in training.
Let's just speak it in advance. DIT. Let's speak it, girl.
DIT. So
DIT.
so the reason why we're running to directorship, guys, is because when you become a one-star director, the company becomes a legacy business. You are able to will this. So you're willing the business, but it's not like you willing Sanford and Son business to your child where they gotta work, and it's not like you willing a job. Okay, the part that you're willing is the $4 per person in your organization, your residual income, and you're willing your leveraged income. So I like to use the example of Latoya Mayberry, Natalie, Orlando. They're some of the top brass, right? If they were to pass away, we'd be really sad, wouldn't we? Like, really sad. But would we stop doing our business? If it's working for us, will we stop doing our business? So I like to use Natalie. If something were to happen to her, her children, they won't be getting the people that she attracts through her social media and all of that, but they will get her residual income from her over 20-something thousand agents. They're going to get that residual, and that's a lot of money, y'all. And they'll get anybody on her team that she's brought on that are helping people start their travel business. That's at least, if she's making over 100,000 a month, that's at least half. Wouldn't you say? I don't even know.
I don't know, but you made me think about this story one day because, Cedric White is the first of everything in the company. He's the first millionaire in the company. He used to work at Papados, and now they always joke and say he's popping so much dough he could own Papados. But I like to say that, the person that brought Cedric into the business is not in the business anymore. And I'll never forget the day I went to ask Cedric. I'm like, Cedric, well, if you're the first millionaire, you're the first of everything, what happened to the person that brought you in the business? And he said they left the business. It's like, what?
That's crazy. Because they wouldn't have to do any work other than having 9 people or 2. 9 people.
It just inspires me. And so after I had that conversation with Cedric, I walked out of that meeting that day and I said, I'm never leaving this business because all you need is one person. If I meet me a Cedric White, if I meet me a Natalie Graham, if I meet me I'm going to meet him one day. And he was working at Papados, serving tables. And that one person is now the first of everything in the company, a millionaire. That is so inspiring to me. I get up every day like I might meet me a Cedric White today.
Well, I look at people like Natalie, and in our group, she tells this, or she'll show graphic of her first 3 people. And maybe 1 or 2 are no longer in the business, but they still show up on her matrix. And it shows how much they would be getting paid. It's called
the love from above.
Yeah, the love from
above. That's a very good segue, Courtney, for us to talk about, you all. In this opportunity, you have your first 3 seats. Your first 3 seats are your $1 million seats. And so that means that when people come into the opportunity and they actually sit in those first 3 seats, they can actually get people from above you to fall into your matrix. And that means that you're going to get love from above. Those are people you don't even know. Okay. The first person that I brought into this opportunity in my business, he has not done anything, but there's 61 people falling into his matrix. All he needs is 2 people to open up his matrix. But I'm just saying that $2, those 2 people could really open up his matrix.
The crazy
thing is, $4 times 61 people a month. That'll cover. That's a nice little check.
And would you help him get 2 people? All he needs to do is call reach out to a few people, have them listen to the information. Boom, that's it. Because it sells itself. Like whoever gets it will get it. And it's a numbers game. So, but when I first started, a lot of people got it. A lot of people get it. A lot of people are, we just dealt with
The people that
historical,
don't get it, the people that don't get it, they don't want to get it.
and
I
that's
will
fine.
say that my first three people that I brought into this business were my $1 million seats, but they never came to a face-to-face meeting. They never leaned in, they never tuned in, so they didn't even know what they were leaving.
Right.
And so that's one thing I
Right.
would like to say is that when people make a decision to leave this opportunity, make sure you understand what you're leaving and at least attend one face-to-face meeting before you leave this opportunity, because sometimes you just don't know what you don't know.
Right. Right. I probably would have been one of them if it was 8 years ago, for real, because I didn't understand business at the time. And you don't have to come in understanding, but you have to come in open-minded enough to understand. You have to have a why. Like, your why has to be stronger than your why not. You can't come into an opportunity like this and expect an overnight success, but at the same time you wait a whole year for 50-cent raise from your job, and they may find a
Oh
reason
my
not
God.
to do that.
Yeah,
So you
that's
can't,
true.
give these lofty expectations and think that you can do nothing for something when you're in a business for yourself, and then talk bad about it and talk about it doesn't work when you didn't
Work
follow
it.
your coach, you didn't work it. So yeah, so I
Can I
just
share with you my why is that it is for my children, but I think that my why and why I go so hard personally is that I don't have a support system and I don't have any type of security. I am the bounce back. I am the fall back, and I think that when people do have comfort and they're very comfortable and they have something they can fall back on, they have a spouse, they got a mama, they got a daddy, they got somebody they can call on, it makes a difference. And when I realize as I'm approaching my age is that I don't have a fallback. I don't have nobody that if something was to happen to me can pick up the pieces of my mortgage, my household income, the things that my level of responsibilities are so large that I have to get up every day on a hustle and a grind. And I don't even want to be on a hustle anymore because hustling is exhausting. And so this is actually one of those things that I'm doing because I want to know that I'm going to be able to retire from hustle one day. Some people don't, I'll be like, when you going to get tired of hustling? When is the retirement from the hustle? And they don't even have a retirement from the hustle. And I'm like, I got a date. I got a date over here that, oh, this date, I'm retired from the hustle. Because I'm only I'm not going to be able to move around like I'm doing now, not for long. It's exhausting.
well,
Hustling is exhausting.
yeah, and grind culture used to be in vogue back in like 2015, probably 2018 when you started. I started kind of getting off of that in about 2019, 18, because again, it's before you realize that self-employment isn't the flex. That's when you realize, because when you're self-employed, the ball stops with you. If you get sick, if you get lazy, if you don't feel like
Everything.
it, you ain't gonna get no money. So you have to be able to leverage.
Everything.
You have to be able to leverage others. You have to be able to leverage capital. You have to be able to understand the beauty of leverage. And so I get that from the Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. That's one book that really changed my outlook on self-employed versus being a business owner, versus being an investor. Being an investor is when you let your capital make the money. So like that's us using this vehicle to grow our money, to invest in real estate. And so again, our community of leaders, they've done that. And so they pass those gems on to us on how to, 800 credit score, how to utilize and leverage so that, leverage this opportunity so that you're growing your money. And so when we're
Yeah.
speaking about whys, we just had an election. Election years are always tough, particularly if your candidate didn't win or whatever. And every election, you have scores of people saying they leaving. I'm leaving America. Now, my husband has been one that has wanted to be an expatriate for as long as I've known him. And I'm get on the fence and off the fence, but I like to have options. I am big on options. Without options, things can feel hopeless. if something happens to the country, if dystopian movies plots come true and all that kind of stuff, like the people that get caught up are the ones that didn't have options. So what this opportunity will do for me is it gives options. It's a work from anywhere opportunity,
Right.
Online business, and it is a very lucrative business that I can grow from anywhere. So for me, that's mine. And I also want to, I want to retire early. I want to retire in the next 10 years. It's a lofty goal. But by retire, you said something. By retire, because I ain't really had no job. I'm an entrepreneur, but I want to retire because I thought about this. I always like, well, maybe I want to be semi-retired. I want to retire from grind culture. That's what I want to retire from.
Hustle is exhausting.
So I don't mind having something similar like Natalie Nicole. She's working, but it's leisure. It's leisure involved in the work. Like it's travel, it's fun. Yes, some of it is work. She has to present things, but for the most part, it's soft. It's softer than grind.
I think that I want to be like, and I know that you're coached by Natalie and I'm coached by Latoria. And I think that the more that I'm being coached by her, I really just want to focus on changing people's lives. And I can do that from anywhere in the country, And as she continues to build a legacy and change people's lives, it makes a difference, in what we're going to be doing. So we won't be grinding like in our car, driving up and down the street showing property, but we will be still creating memories for people. We're just transitioning that memory from a real estate house to, legacy for your family on something that they can actually have as willed heirs to their family. Wills and heirs are being left. So how do you want to close this out, Courtney?
So I just want to say, first of all, thank everybody for being with us tonight. I think I only went over 5 of 8 and we ran out of time because it's so many ways to get paid in this opportunity. So that part, we'll have to reconvene another day to tell y'all about the other goodies.
But don't reconvene. Just have them send us a DM if you want to,
That's a good point.
It's an invitation. This is an opportunity where you don't have to wait for another Facebook Live. You don't have to wait for another Zoom. You can join Courtney and I. You can DM us. You can come to our weekly meetings. If you're in a different city or state, let us know where you are. Of course, if you want to partner with Courtney, if you want to partner with me, we just want everybody to win. And we want you to know that we are part of the winning team.
Period. This was great, Mika. Thank you so much for being on with me tonight. Thank you for holding my feet to the fire. Because I will be like, girl, yeah, let's do it. And then, you don't say nothing. I don't say nothing. You like, girl, what day we doing it? You reminded me.
Yeah, immediate implementation.
Together, I'll do it. It's just sometimes so that is iron sharpens iron. So I appreciate you, girl. I will be doing these lives more often because it's definitely needed. Again, DM me if you're catching this on my live. If you're catching Mika's live, DM her to find out more information. If you want to get invited to some of our events, I'll put that in the link on mine. And yeah, y'all, let's win together. And thank y'all for joining us tonight. Let us know what you think about what you heard in the comments or DM us. Yes. Also, if you have any questions as well, DM or put those in the comments and we'll get those answered. Thanks again, y'all. Have a good night.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Okay, let me end the stream. I'm still